Happy 4th of July, everybody. Thank you for taking a few minutes of your holiday and walking with me as we continue to move through the book of Acts. Won't take long this morning. I know you got a busy day of fireworks and hot dogs ahead. So, Acts chapter 5, we'll be starting in verse 7, and we'll see the culmination of the story of Ananias and Sapphira. It was about the space of 3 hours after, so about lunchtime. When his wife, not knowing what was done, came in, Peter answered unto her, telling me whether ye sold the land for so much. And she said, Yea, for so much. Then Peter said unto her, How is it that you have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and shall carry thee out. Then fell she down straightway at his feet, yielded up the ghost. The young men came in and found her dead, carrying her forth, buried her by her husband. What we see here, again, the story is pretty clear what has happened. Again, Ananias and Sapphira have sold a piece of property. Then they have made a show, or so far Ananias has, that he has given the church all the money from the sale of the property, which is obviously not true, and but has made it look like he was for fame, fortune, fame, and recognition. And because of that, now God has struck him dead. Now his wife comes into the room, and Peter asks her, says, "Is this how much you sold the land for?" She said, "That's exactly right." And Peter says, "Why did you two decide to lie and tempt the Spirit of the Lord?" And she is then struck dead. Um, and the lesson that I think is really there that is important, and we could go a lot of ways with this story, but what I want to really drive home to you this morning is to get you to remember and to notice the danger. We saw yesterday the consequences of sin, but now we see the danger of that sin and how it influences others. Ananias, and I realize this may not be popular in our culture, but Ananias, being the man, being the leader in the home, he was responsible for his wife. And every indication as you read that story, we don't see it spelled out specifically, but the story seems to indicate that he had directed or pressured his wife into, listen, I'm going to go down to the church and I'm going to tell them that this $10,000 is what we got for all we got for the land. We're giving it all to them. If somebody asks you, we gave them $10,000. We gave them everything. They had to work that out ahead of time. And so he had the opportunity to leave his wife to do right, or he had the opportunity to lead her to do wrong. Obviously, he chose to lead her to do wrong, and it cost both of them their life. He is a stumbling block to his own wife. Again, I realize that in our culture, that's not the most popular kind of talk to say that the man is to be the leader, the spiritual leader in the home. It was Ananias' responsibility to do the right thing and to lead his wife. Even if it was her who, even if she was the one who thought it up and said to him, "Hey, let's tell them we gave them all the money." He said, "That's a good idea." Yeah, even if it was her idea, it was his responsibility as the spiritual leader in the home. Say, "No, no, we can't do that." If it was his idea, again, still, he had the responsibility. And so the great warning, the second great warning of the story of Ananias and Sapphira is the danger of our influence on others. And so this morning, I want to challenge you to remember. Perhaps many of you today will be getting together with family and friends celebrating the 4th, to remember your influence on your children, to remember your influence on your family, your friends, and others around you. Many people who know you, if not most, probably know you profess to be a Christian, and they are watching your actions. They are watching your life to see exactly how you're going to behave, and they're going to say, well, if he can do it, if she can do it, then it must be okay for me. Let's be cautious and careful of our influence. How are we influencing others with our life? You think about it. Have a great 4th. Stay safe, and we will see you here tomorrow morning.